All right.
Going live.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. How's it going? Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. This is our first live stream. It's been a while. It's been 6 weeks. Blake and I were counting yesterday. We're like, wow, it's been a month and a half since we last done this. And this Cinelux has been waiting all this time. So I think people are still joining. I have to look behind the camera to see the computer. This is a very convoluted setup, you will see. And before we get started, I want to thank Blake for making this happen. Otherwise, live streams would not be a thing, among many other projects for this channel. This camera has decided to take a nap. No, it's all good. And we actually started the Anamorphic Cookbook. So if you're a member of the channel, you already know what's up. As Ankit and Christian are saying in the chat, you've had 3 videos out so far, and the next one is coming on Monday. If you're not a member of the channel, these are going to start coming out in 2 weeks from now. Also, live streams are now on Thursdays. So no more Wednesdays. I'm teaching a class again, so it was just a lot of talking. So we are changing. What else am I missing? Yeah. So the cookbook is going, I think it's going well. I'm having a lot of fun making the videos. There's a lot of poorly slept nights, but the content's looking pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, we're just very proud of it. And that's going to continue. So if you're not a member, please consider joining. If you are a member, you rock. The other thing I have to address before we get started on this ambitious live stream, I'd really love to know what you think of the thumbnail for this video. Very, very colorful. I had to put it together last night. Ariana loved it. She was like, this is the best thumbnail. This will appeal to a new public. So would love to know what you think. And Siri came out with, Siri, here we go. Surrey came out with a new lens. It's a 24 millimeters. I've had it for a while, so the video was out this Monday. It's going very popular. And there's a lot of people asking about some guys in the UK from MTF services who do a mount conversion on the Surrey lenses for RF and L mount. I am in conversation with them, and I'm sending them my lenses this week. I guess tomorrow's the only day of this week. To get them modified so we can talk about it here. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails and messages and people saying, hey, did you hear about this? And I'm like, yes, I have. So now you know that I have. Okay, so let's just see what's going in the chat. I'm gonna go hide behind this camera for a little bit because maybe I can reposition this computer. Should have done this at the start, right? Yeah, well, it's not too bad. Yeah. Okay, so Ankit's really hyped about this. Daniel Martins found your channel a couple days ago and became a member. Woohoo! Thank you for joining. Because of your name, I thought you were from Brazil or Portugal, but I was wrong. Welcome. And Trains Easy is saying the thumbnail is super cool, so thank you. Okay, well, I might do some more drawing. Maybe it'll get better. So I always talk very fast in the beginning of these videos. But you know what? We got a lot to do. So if you want a packed live stream, this will be it. Or we'll be done in half an hour. Anyway, here's the Cinelux. This is where we stopped in the last video. I managed to flock this entire thing inside. There's lots of little velvety patches inside of this lens. Hopefully that's going to help with veiling glare. And the problem that we were facing when I put the lens back together is that the anamorphic block was out of alignment. Also, the front of the lens, the front element inside, had some grease smudges because I was not wearing gloves. Guess what? I'm still not wearing gloves. And at the end of the live stream, I said I was gonna finish it up and fix it. It took me like 10 tries, but I realized that lighter fluid was the thing to do it. Here's the lighter fluid. Don't drink this, don't smell this, don't put it in your eye. And I was getting smudges when I was applying the isopropyl. So just using the lighter fluid on the inner surface did the job. And then I closed the lens, but if you look at the GH5 picture right now, it's not really great. It's kind of blurry. I'm jumping a step here. But no, I'm not jumping a step here. It's not really great. It's very blurry. And I'm going to explain why. So here we go. Where are we? There or there?
We're on this right now.
Okay, cool. We need to get those lights, hey? I was like,
Yeah.
This camera's on. Wow, that'd be dope. Anyway.
Also on the phone camera here, we can see the actual flocking inside the lens.
We can?
Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome. Okay, that's better than I thought. Anyway, so what's happening here is we're getting this crap image quality on the setup because this Cinelux is composed of 2 cylindrical elements. And let's say that this is how they're aligned for perfect image quality. But when I took one out, fumbled a bunch with the lens, and then put it back on, this is how they are. And there, this is how they are, instead of being like this. And the consequences of this are multiple. The most noticeable one is sharpness really goes down. It's really messed up. But even when there's not a significant decrease in sharpness, you get skewed flares. So I'm going to try to see how this lens is flaring. My flashlight's like, no, you're not. Oh, maybe I'm not. But maybe I am. So if you just look at the oval shape, you'll see that this is majorly, oh, here, skewed flare. On the bottom right corner, I guess not bottom, just left, right side. There's a skewed flare there. And what happens is the streaks get skewed and you have straight ones for the element that's correct and skewed ones for the element that's not correct. And what you have to do is align these 2 cylindrical elements. Ta-da! I made a video on how to align the Kowa, B&H, and Elmo 2, and all of those, because they're all the same lens, a long time ago, and I have not aligned the scope since then. So this is going to be the first one. The first thing that you need, I'm going to take the Cinelux out and just explain about the setup. Everything shakes. Amazing. Earthquake. This is a 135mm lens, f2, and you want to have the longest taking lens that you can with the fastest aperture. I'm controlling exposure using the shutter speed or shutter angle. And what I'm doing is I'm focusing on something far off in the distance that you can say it's infinity. So, yeah. So let's say I'm focusing on that tree in the back there. I passed it. Nope, this is pretty decent. Here's the sharpest possible outcome. So you can see this lens has a lot of chromatic aberration. Fun. But we know that focus is set there. And now I don't touch the taking lens anymore. It just sits there. And we put the Cinelux in front of it. So I'm going to slide this over, add another earthquake to all of our cameras. And what happens is focus went away. Yay, okay, kind of expected. And the deal is, I know it's the back element that's wrong because it's the one that I took out. So I already started this by taking out the first locking ring. So there's 2 screws that I had to take out and the locking ring. And then I loosened the second locking ring. And the phone camera, you probably can see these screws here. I loosened them a tiny little bit so the glass wouldn't be able to come out, but it would not be so tightened in place. And what that does is it allows me to rotate this element just using my fingers, and you're going to see many things. If you're on the GH5, you're going to see that that's getting better.
Whoa.
Oh, past it. And you can also see that it's very, very small rotation that does the job. I'm going past every single time. So this is the best that I can get. I'm gonna do something that I shouldn't, which is touch my taking lens, because there's a little bit of a difference in focal length, not focal length, focus distance. And this is pretty nice, gotta say. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check if the Schneider is focused to infinity. Just checking. So the Schneider has a focus scale that I don't know where we can see. It's on the side. I don't think any of our cameras cover it. And there's a screw here. So I'm just gonna spin this all the way. I can't even see it either.
Yeah, you're in.
This is going the wrong way. Okay. I guess this is as infinitus as I can. Does it look right? No, it does not look right. Here we go. Which direction? Oh yeah, no, it's about right. I focus past infinity now. Oh, loving these earthquakes that I'm giving to the picture. Yeah, so my taking lens is set to infinity, and the Schneider is also at infinity. And you can see this is pretty good compared to the non-image that we had before. So at this point, you can say that you are done, and we can tighten these tiny screws in the back. Before I take the lens out of here, I'm just gonna give it some more room at front. Earthquakes, and I'm going to tighten it here, because if this introduces any type of movement, I want to be able to see and correct it before I close the lens up. This is a very challenging thing to film, but at the same time, okay, so performance is holding up just fine. And then I'm gonna, after we're done with this, I'm gonna catch up on the chat, and we're gonna go do some anamorphaking. Okay, so the lens is locked. It's pretty sharp, especially, yeah, at infinity. Tack sharp, very good. Very happy with it. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so more people liked the, I can't breathe, otherwise everything shakes. The thumbnail, thanks guys, amazing. My mom's in the chat. Hi mom, nice to see you here. I would expect nothing less. Okay, so Daniel is a Portuguese citizen living in South Africa. I was not wrong, good. Yes, Blake's here. My dad's also here, amazing. They make up not 10%, 1/15 of the chat. Okay. Oh yeah, oh see, my mom got my t-shirt. Boom, this is my Christmas shirt Ariana made for all of us. This is Finnegan. You can probably see Finnegan in the phone camera. If I stop kicking the table, that would be great. And Max is asking how wide does, oh, we can't see Finnegan. How sad, he's over there. Max is asking how wide does the GH5 go, and I'm just going to refuse to answer that question. Sorry, Max. Okay, so this is pretty done. I'm gonna take out the Schneider, put back the retaining rings, kind of disassemble this setup, and talk you guys through whatever we're doing next, which is the Mir-1B. Blake and I haven't figured out how we're setting up for that, so there might be some improv now.
Yeah, also veiling floor test.
Oh yes, that is the most important thing.
The whole point of the project.
That was the whole point of this. Hold up, I gotta add a card here so I can shoot it. Got him.
Oh yes, that kind of card. Right.
Yes. So I was like, this project is done.
Here, I will play the original. Yeah, now.
Okay, so let's look at the original veiling flare that we had, and let's see if this was all in vain or not. I'm gonna pull the Cinelux close. Okay, beautiful. And now let's do flares. Okay, so this light's already here. Off to the side. From top. You know, I think I'm gonna go in front of the camera because the light's too close. Or I can just switch taking lenses. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, let's do that. Hold up.
Okay.
We're gonna switch taking lenses. Good thing because I wasn't recording this. We already know that this is sharp. I am using Lucas's grab hole system here, halfway built. And I'm gonna go for an 35. Actually wanted that. No, 35 should do it. 35 should do it. Hup. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we see. Maybe the 35 won't do it. Nope, it will not do it. We'll go for the 85. Yeah, so Lucas is on the chat saying how the tiniest difference will mess your alignment, will mess the performance of your lens. And that is very correct. This Cinelux was particularly easy to align. I was not expecting it to be this straightforward. So I was surprised at it. Nonetheless, the tiniest amounts will mess up your image quality.
So it's better to test with a long lens for sharpness?
Yeah, for sharpness, always use a long lens, never use a variable diopter. Because that's also going to introduce artifacts, and always focus at infinity. So here we go. This is the 85. Let's look at that picture there. Okay, so we're sharp. Looking good. Looking very good, actually. Very happy with this. And now, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna go in front of the camera and we're gonna flip the screen and we'll see what we see. I'd say it's better.
I think it's better, yeah.
I'd say it's a lot better. There's a little bit on the top there, but it's more like the streak itself.
Also, maybe talk loudly.
Talk loudly, yeah. So I think this is better compared to what we had originally. I can't see the edges of the lens, which is kind of the whole point of this process. Like up there is the actual streak flare, and I could run up to that tree, eh? And fly from there. But I'd say it's much improved. I'm very happy with this result, to be honest. I expected it to be a little better. I didn't expect it to be this much better. Yeah, especially compared to the original. So our chat is very tame today. And we are at 20 minutes, so this seems like the perfect moment to... Oh no, I didn't record that, but we're streaming, so we can always capture it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Better.
Yeah. So this settles it for the Cinelux. Flocking was worthwhile. The next step or the next experiment is to use that matte black paint, black 3.0 inside of a Elmo 2 to see how that goes, and then learn how to realign that, blah, 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 blah. So that might be a couple weeks. And now let's go jump on anamorphaking this Mir-1B. V? Max, you're the one who understands this language. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So let's take things apart and go from there. All right, let's find out what we're gonna do here, Blake.
Let's do it.
Okay, I turned off the GH5 without warning. I'm moving the phone camera also without warning, because what is life if you can't predict what's gonna happen? I kind of have to stay in this position. Nope. This goes over here.
Take anything for you?
I don't know, actually. I'm just gonna put some lenses away. And, okay, this goes here. Gonna be me ducking out of frame a bunch of times. Oh, I forgot to turn on the backlight. Amazing.
We don't need it.
We never needed it. Do you see a cap? Oh, it's here. Never mind. Lens cap, okay. One day we're gonna have so many assistants that we're just gonna continue talking to you, and everything will change into the next setup. Or we're gonna have 2 studios fully rigged out that we can move from one to the next. I just realized that I skipped putting the screws back on this, so I'm gonna do that now. Because it's quick. Not this, but this. Da-da-da. Ring goes in. One little screw. Don't tighten it all the way. Switch. Get the stripped screw. Tighten it a bit more. Back to the first. Bit more. Can you stay there? Yeah. A little more here. And I think this is it. Okay. So our process with this Cinelux is complete. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And we can move on. Let's see.
People are playing Cyberpunk.
People are playing Cyberpunk. I did not start playing Cyberpunk. I think I'm gonna wait the whole thing of waiting a year for the bug fixes. I don't know. I am really excited though to play it, but I haven't started. Okay. This will go this way. People, hit the like button. Help us. The more you like videos, the more they get pushed by YouTube, so other people can find them and watch them. So this actually helps a lot. Please support us with your likes. They don't cost you anything. Mere calories of pressing a button. Yeah. 85, get away from me. gonna go here. This stuff is gonna, bye. Ooh, so much room now.
So what is the process on this?
So the process on this is, there's gonna be some lens opening, so maybe I can just shift this top phone here to a top view of the table. Not as smooth as I expected, but I can also put it lower. Come on, come on, come on. Nope, other side. It's always the other side. Okay. Oops, too much. Okay, so Max said he's not gonna correct me until I say how wide my GH5 goes. And when you say that, what do you mean, Maxime? Do you mean in terms of taking lenses with which scope? This is all very tricky, very, very tricky. So many things. Yeah, good idea, good call there. Okay, so this lens can go here, this can come here, this can rotate. Right? Maybe we need to refocus this phone. Okay. Let's see. Cue Elmo from Sesame Street. Oh, Lucas is playing Cyberpunk while watching. Oh my god. Really committed. And yes, this is a very rich chat. Yeah, so Max, please elaborate on your... My phone looks like a mustache. A lot of flares. Interesting until... Yeah, okay, so Christian's doing the same thing for waiting. We'll do a live stream about Finnegan's life. Young is saying, want to trade the Cinelux for like on all of my videos. We can talk in a year or two, because then it's gonna be like several days of work to like all of them. Andre is asking something to Lucas, no, to Christian, about Resolve and AMD. I gotta find a place where my phone is not a mustache to myself. Yeah, if I can go this way, right? I can even bring this. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Everything is great now. I even have this beautiful light. I only want this light to work, but it never does. GPU, okay. All right, so everybody's talking about Cyberpunk. Let's change the slide to green, just as a hint to the game. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, are we Cyberpunk enough now? So what we're gonna do now is we spent 10 minutes on the setup, and we're gonna open this Mir-1B 1V, and we're gonna add some oval inserts in it. So here are oval inserts, galore of oval inserts. Probably gonna do one of these, or if I'm lazy, or if you guys vote for it, we can do this orange one that's already done. These are available on the website, so if you are like, oh, I need to mod my lenses, well, go get them. I think... No, I don't think anything. I'm past thinking. Thinking is something that no longer happens. This water is a great idea. So let's see my notes here. So yeah, this mirror is a wide angle from the Soviet Union. It goes well with the Galileo's 44, the Jupiter 9, the Tiger 11. All of those lenses are part of like sort of the same family. They play well together. Very, very nice. Low contrast, washed out flares, very organic vibes. And this is a fairly easy process. Otherwise, I wouldn't be trying to do it in half an hour. We might be pushing it. But we're gonna start opening it up, and you're gonna help me with some choices along the way. We're not gonna be polishing and painting things on this lens this time, but we are going to add an oval insert and hopefully, not hopefully, for sure, put it on the GH5 and see how it looks in the end. So let's get all these tools here. I'm extra sad because my very thick marker for painting these ovals dried out. Devastated. Orange. Okay, so Watcher wants me to go with the orange. Good to know. The first thing we're gonna get is, I think I have to fully disassemble this lens if I'm remembering it right. I haven't modded one in more than a year. So we're gonna start from the back using our trusty lens wrench. Andre, do you mean the lens that I am modding or the lens that we're using for filming? The lens that I'm modding is a Mir-1B. I'm just adding it here on the... Okay. I'm using the pointy bits, and I am just gonna go... Where do I want to go? I don't remember. I'm not using the pointy bits. I'm using the flat bits. And there's very, very tiny indent here. Oh my god. This is gonna be so much fun. I already rejoice this occasion. Okay. And we got a grip. Okay. So now I just twist it out. Sorry, it's very hard to twist the lens that close to the phone. Maybe we'll put an apple box. Should I put an apple box here? But the apple box is black. I can put a paper. Do you? Oh no, I have a paper here. I can get an apple box right behind me. Just taking off this little ring.
That's a live stream moment right there.
Yeah. Doesn't happen very often. I knew I was gonna hit this light eventually. I didn't expect it to be today. But was it very visible though?
It wasn't that visible.
Ah, sad.
Yeah.
You guys missed it, but you can see the effect on my hair. Okay, so we got an apple box. I'm gonna get some paper here. This paper is probably a script. Yep, it is a script. Just so we got more contrast, we can put the lens higher. It's good for me too. I'm gonna have to fix this. Na, 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 na. Somebody made a question that I missed. I'm just gonna go back to it. Daniel Martins, Chita, would you say that there is still benefit to using anamorphic adapters with a taking lens over using a native MFT anamorphic lens directly? There are different approaches. Lately, I've been using a lot more full lenses instead of adapters. You can probably still save money over performance using adapters, but with Sure being so cheap, I'm kind of just going for that automatically. The LOMOs are also very useful, so I'm going further and further away from adapters. Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, I am gonna replay that. That's a good idea. Butchering. Mike, what are you guys talking about? What are you butchering? Authentic Film Collective is asking, if you become a member of the channel, do you get access to the cookbook if it's out now? Yes, there's 3 videos out. They're coming out every week. So you would get 3 videos right now that you can watch, and then next one coming every Monday until, I don't know, pretty much the end of the year. There's a lot of content coming. And if you want to just wait, then you're going to be at least 4 weeks, 5 weeks behind, maybe more depending on how things go. So join the channel. It's cheap. It's worth it. You also get a Discord server, you get more support, you can ask lots of questions, and you get to be a part of a community of people. All these green people in the chat are members of the channel, so there's a lot of them. They're very knowledgeable. Hossein is asking, GH5 with Mir-1B and Koa 8Z will vignette? Yes, it will. Short answer, that was easy. Apple boxes. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna put some Apple stickers on these Apple boxes, but haven't gotten to it yet. They cost $1,200 each. Okay, I think I am going forward, and then I'm going to address more questions. So we took out this little ring. Now there's an element here that we want to take out. I've never figured a very easy way to do it. So the best solution that I've come up with is just wedging it out. So I used the tiny screwdriver and just pulled it up. Is this side? Yeah. And I'm going to put it facing down. Behind it, there's another element. Yay! So I'm going to try to use the same strategy, although this is way less likely to be successful. Oh, there's a little bit of movement. Oh yeah, we're going to win this. Right? Right? Do very small moves, very controlled. You don't want this to go flying off, especially while you're live streaming. Whoa, that was a good call. Very good idea. Turning on the flashlight on the phone. I mean, why not? It's almost out. Okay, so this is out. Great. It was easier than I expected. And now the part that I don't remember is if I rotate the aperture ring, which is this ring, I'm going to see if the mechanism rotates here or if it just opens and closes. I can see that Mike joined the higher tier of the memberships. You are a true hero, sir. Excellent job. Welcome to the team. Join us, people. Really, join us. It makes a difference. Yeah, in the higher tier, you get earlier access to stuff and you get more benefits. You have more channels in the Discord server. And I don't even remember all the benefits. I really got to memorize this thing. But so back to the mirror. Thanks, Mike. I can see that if I rotate this, the mechanism doesn't shift, which is excellent. This is exactly what we need. You can see, right? Yeah, I can even bring it closer. Am I bringing it to the right place?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see that nothing rotates. If you go through the front of the lens, you can see that the little mechanism in there spins a little. So that does not help with placing the oval there. Like if you put the oval and then you stop your lens down, the oval is going to get skewed. So we want to put it in the back. And should we do orange or should we paint one black? That's the dilemma for this beautiful day. The orange one is ready, so it's gonna be no time to finish this mod, while the other one is black, and I think I'm more inclined to going with black today. But vote in the chat. I'd love to know. In the meantime, Blake, do you want to pass me that black Sharpie so I can get ready? It's right there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So let's see. Everybody celebrates. Mike's joining of the channel. Amazing. Love it. This is great. Thank you. Black is beautiful. Orange is out of term. Okay. After that one, I am gonna have to ditch the orange. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint this oval black with a Sharpie. I used to have a much better Sharpie, but it dried out, so I'm gonna probably do like 3 or 4 coatings of this because it's not as smooth. We're gonna changing directions doesn't help. Yeah. So have you guys watched any good films recently? Any masterpieces? Like, and I always talk about the movies that we watched, and there's always some new finding, or just like avoid this at all costs. I have Tenet on my list, but oi, this is Aram, right? You changed to Wizard? Thank you very much. We are gonna go get this coffee right after this. Honest question, why don't you become a member of the channel? You're gonna be getting stuff for it, and you're one of the most supportive people in all of these live streams, so it'd be awesome to have you on board. Just my pitch. Sharpie is not being very happy. Yeah, Levy is asking what would the orange do. So the orange creates a lot of tint in the picture. Like, you get, whenever light hits the lens directly, everything becomes kind of orange. The streak flare is also orange, which makes for orange streaks. Words. And yes, look at all those people. Wow, you guys are amazing. Oh my god, this is the best live stream 2021, starting with a bang. Welcome, Aram and Watcher. Make sure you go to the community tab to get the cookbook videos and also to get the Discord server. So those are there and you can see them now that you are a member of the channel. Welcome. This is not painting, man. I'm so sad. Should I use that paint?
Oh my god.
We got 17 minutes. Will it dry?
I think you should put it on the paper because I just want to see it. I want to see it in any capacity.
Okay. I'm gonna leave this Sharpie here. Where do I have black paint that I can do for this? Myself on the thing
No,
again?
but use the black thing for it out.
Yes.
I wanna see it.
Yes.
I need to see it.
Alright. So this is a black paint that I don't even have a thing for it. Like, I think I should have a brush for this. This seems like a terrible idea, gotta say.
I think it's great.
I'm just gonna pour a drop. This is gonna go so wrong. The mailman scared me. Is this open? Probably not open. So tense.
I'm gonna use it all in one day.
It is not open, but it's very black. I can't see the bottom. Just kidding. It's reflective. How do I open this? Am I gonna pierce it with something? That sounds like a smart idea, right? First of all, I'm just gonna see if this... Oh, there's water. I guess I need to shake it. Woo! Ooh, more people joining. Hello, Train CZ. Welcome to the channel. I hope YouTube doesn't flag this. All right. Hopefully, this will be very black now. Yeah. I'd say it's appealing. I need something to spread it. What paper will I sacrifice?
Yeah, gonna look at it. I mean, it doesn't look that black in real life.
Well, it is.
It is wet.
It's
though.
wet. So I'm gonna just scrap a little piece of thing. Wow, I'm gonna regret this. I guess you have to do multiple coats.
Yeah, it does say to do 2 coats. I remember that from the package.
Yeah. Now let's see how it's gonna dry out. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here because this is a recipe for tragedy. Oh, well, I spoiled it. Sorry, Ankit. Okay. Yeah, it's turning pretty black, man. I don't know if it's the blackest thing I've ever seen, but maybe with 2 coats.
It's definitely not the blackest thing I've ever seen.
Well, we'll get there. Anyway, I was gonna continue painting this, but I don't know how. So I just don't want to go to the orange one. Okay. Change of plans. You get the idea that this is going to be black, right? This little disc is going to be black. Are we just dodging all the cameras?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
I dodged it, and then you dodged it, and now...
Yeah, we see it.
So this is gonna be black, and it's gonna go in the lens. But since my Sharpie has refused to work properly, I'm gonna get another one that I have here, which is all cut up and messed up, but it's probably gonna work fine. It's a very old generation when it still needed to be sanded down. And we're gonna see if this covers the entire area or if I'm gonna have to patch it up. Oh, this works. I'm gonna put this here. This is the hackiest of all the mods. You can see what it's doing there, right?
Yeah, you see it.
Okay, cool. Oh my god. These are the worst. Guys, my parents are in this chat, so please control yourselves. First element's gonna go back in. We're gonna just drop it and use the same technique that we used to get it out. Just a little bit of push on each side. And I really don't want to tilt the lens because I want to keep that oval aligned with the center. But pushing this here is much easier than it was to take out. Okay, so that's there. Another element goes in. I kept them facing the way they were as I took them out, so I know I just have to drop them back. I don't have to flip them around. What's filmmaking without hacks? Very true. Best experiences on set? Something goes horribly wrong and we have to come up with a solution with gear that's not appropriate for the job. That's why I have a Shitty Rigs hat. My favorite hat. It's not gonna go well. Let's do this. This last screw thing is the most annoying one. It never goes in the first try because it can get slanted on the threads and you have to be very careful not to. Yeah, that camera's gonna do a better job, right? but it is working. All right. Mike's saying I should consider getting those cut on mylar or thin stainless. I looked up, I think it was a year ago, cutting on very thin stainless steel, and it was a fortune. So if you have any pointers, I have a laser cutting place that I just go to all the time, and it's super cheap to do it in acrylic. These don't have to be sanded down, but you can see the imperfections on this one, like the fraying edges. And I don't know, can you see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
For sure.
But the new ones are not thick and they don't need to be sanded, they just need to be painted black. Indeed, a material that's already a color like black would be awesome, but at the same time, the advantage of it being transparent is that you can tint it however you like, and it never eats away all of the light loss. It always lets some light through, which is good because it shapes the bokeh, but it also doesn't cut away all the light that you would be cutting. And I did not add a flare filter to this, but it's just how we go. We have 9 minutes. This lens is an M42 lens, and I have an M42 adapter here that's rotating. So I'm just gonna add that in. And there's no way that this is gonna be aligned because it's never aligned. So when looking at this lens, I know this is not aligned because the oval has to be perpendicular to this spot. And I should also be looking at it, wait, yeah, this way. So this will have to go up a bunch. The cool thing about this adapter is it has these tiny screws that allow me to rotate the mount. So that's what we're gonna do. Are they 1.5? Let's find out. They are. Cool. Excellent. So loosen this. And I honestly don't expect anyone to know that this is how things align because no one has done as many lenses as I have. Then this is gonna go here. And our aperture, I'm gonna lock it wide open. Okay, does this look straight to you?
Looks pretty close.
This to that. I think go back a little. Nope. This is pretty decent. So I'm gonna lock it here. We're gonna put it on the camera, see how it's looking, and maybe we'll be able to do 2 things in one live stream. We'll never go back to doing one thing only. Yeah. Also, for this black paint, I realized that it might be due to the fact that the paper is white, so we're not really helping it.
Oh.
Right? I mean, gotta be fair. Here's our GH5. I'm gonna cover this with this. Stealing this cable. Oh, such a cool shot, actually.
Lost our can here, actually.
Did it die?
No, some of the...
Amazing. Fun. Okay. In the meantime, I'll entertain you with this GH5 view. So I'm just gonna face up, and I'm just gonna put in the lens here. Some dirt in there. 2 things in one live stream. Am I a daredevil? I don't know. We all made it through last year, so maybe we all are. This is the best looking shot this phone has ever done. Or maybe it's just the light. Or it's the black paint. It might be the black paint. Okay, we're back. So GH5 comes on. I'm gonna put this disc out of my way. Change setting. Yes, change setting, please. Give me something around this number. And not this exposure. 180, 180. So 3200 because we love it. And yeah, white balance is right. Okay, I'm gonna lift this, take out the Apple box. Get some apples on it. Don't want to hit my head on things again. This black paint gets on this carpet, Ariana will murder me. So, all right, now we have my pictures de-squeezed. Is yours also like squeezed?
Yes, currently squeezed.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of this off, make it regular 16 by 9. Okay, 16 by 9. Here we are. And where's Blake? Oh wait, it's still squeezed on my end.
What's good here?
Good, good, good. Where is that setting? Ah! Is it one of these? No, it's gonna be one of these. Exposure to length monitor display. Nope, nope. You can't see the menu, right?
I'm looking at you right now.
Okay, cool. Oh, hello. This is the one setting I always forget to add to. Oh, it's here. Okay, so now we have this. This is Blake. And these are out of focus areas. So you can see they're pretty neat ovals. They're actually aligned, they're a little slanted to the left. I think like this would be better. But you can see how they look. And this is a very wide angle lens. It doesn't have super close focus capabilities. Like how close can I get? Just something. Let's see. Meta films now. We filmed the gear. Yeah, so lots of veiling glare. Maybe this is a good candidate for our black paint, black 3.0. And this is, yeah, this is what you get. Like if I focus on this little bottle, I can't because it's too close. I just wanted to make a shot with some depth in it, you know, to get to see oval shapes and whatnot. But yeah, this does a little, right? There's a little bit of it in the keyboard there. Oh, I can bring the keyboard closer, of course. I can just do this. And now the ovals are much more pronounced. And they're like, oh yeah, we're spying on this man that's gonna drink lighter fluid. What is he doing? He's getting the bottle. He's ready to modify a lens. Okay, so you get the idea that what is it? What is it that we're doing? Oh yeah, alignment's pretty good. I'm gonna go back and just do a little bit of a tweak just because I'm being a perfectionist. Actually, no, we got 2 minutes left. I'm not doing this. Let's just talk through until the end. I'm gonna get this phone out of my face. It's kind of, I can see the sun outside. That's a first in 2 days. And let's see. Oliver Kane, thank you so much for everything you do on this channel. I learned so much from you. Oh, thank you, Oliver. If you want to learn more, become a member. It's pretty great. Lots of people are joining. Guys, I gotta say this. I have to. I really want this to succeed. Anyway, we have a few minutes left, so if you have questions, shoot them now. I'm gonna go back and catch up on the stuff that I missed. Am I talking too loudly? Because I'm like almost kissing the microphone.
No, I think you're okay.
Okay. Okay, so you guys want me to use Lord of the Rings materials to make lenses. Cool. We're stepping straight into fiction now. Lucas is saying, pro tip, with these rotating adapters, you can drill a small hole in the ring part, cut an M3 thread into it, and insert a grub screw. Then your M42 lens will never come off by accident. Love it. I have stuff for drilling tiny holes now, thanks to another member of the channel who really persuaded me on that. So I probably will try that out. Look at this smooth motion. Johannes is asking if I ever Anamorfake tacks. The last Takumar I had was many years ago, so I haven't tried them. And Authentic Film Collective is saying, aside from the cost, are there any advantages to using an adapter over a real anamorphic lens? There's some versatility to it where you can mix and match traits that you like, but at the same time, you're always coming from a place of compromise. You're using parts that were not meant to be together, and you're mashing them together and making them work. So it's a dangerous line, but I'll say that it'll never be as good or as simple as a full lens. All right. Christian's asking, how can anyone be angry at a GH5 menus? Not angry, just a little disappointed that I haven't memorized them. I've been switching cameras a lot, so it's the GH5, the S5, and the S1H all in short rotation, and I'm like, I can't memorize any. Okay. Everybody answers the question, and then I get to it. Amazing. Thanks, guys. You're doing great. I love it. I'm surprised you can see the frayed edges on the disc. I would never have guessed that. Yeah. So the last pass I would do on these sanding discs is one inside the oval itself, just to get rid of those edges. But with the new discs that are thinner, they just get cut to the proper shape and you can't see those edges. It's great. Love it. Ankit is saying, if this live stream were Tenet, Small Rig would be sending us emails telling what? I witnessed the cage that appeared in here, this moving picture. Okay, I have to watch Tenet to understand what's going on. And Igor is asking for the model for print. You can look up in the channel history and find the modding tutorial for this lens and download the files there, or you can buy the Anamorfake Kit guide from this beautiful link that I'm about to post here. Oh my god, am I putting this right? Anamorphakit.com. You can go to this place and buy the guide, and that includes all the discs for all the lenses that I have ever modded, plus tutorials. And Wizard is being very, very kind. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos and that you learned from them. It's very inspiring to hear back from you guys what you got from this stuff. And okay.
I'd love to hear what the members are thinking of the course.
Yes, very good point. Blake has been doing most of the editing, and we would love to hear what you guys are thinking of the course. Like right now, tell us what you think of the cookbook. You've had 3 episodes. That's usually how long it takes for you to figure out if you like a show or not. Cal Hallows, what are the main limitations as to why companies such as Siri haven't made FF anamorphics for cheap? Well, you said it yourself, the complexity in engineering for full frame. It's a lot more glass, a lot bigger glass, and also the squeeze factor. Like 1.33 is much more lenient towards issues that arise from higher compressions, and they all kind of combined all the right factors for a cheap anamorphic. But we'll see what they come up with. I hope they make an 85 for the set, and then we'll see. Here we go. Ankit is saying, before I forget to say it in this live stream, 2020 was the worst, and the anamorphic community saved me from going down the deep end. Aw, thank you. 2020 was really trash, and I'm not gonna jinx 2021. I had a Vazen video where I was like, 2020, it's gonna be a great year, and people joke on the comments till this day. So I'm not gonna repeat it. 2021 is gonna be a new year, and that's what it is. Thank you so much, Ankit. And I hope my cyberpunk lighting is doing something for this. Our members are being very shy and saying what they're thinking of the cookbook. So we actually done everything that we'd set out to do today. We modded 2 lenses, modded 1 lens, finished another, and now we have nothing pending. Oh yeah, for next week, It's either going to be a Sure versus Vazen comparison video in detail, or something else. We'll find out. But for the live stream, I'm going to be talking with Ron from SimMod, and we're going to go over his experience in starting a company for modifying lenses and providing a lot of the gear that us in the lower tier in terms of budget, not just lower budget, but a lot of indie folks can rely on and use in their productions with the Cine rings, focus gears, and all of the modding. So it's going to be the first actual live interview in these live streams, and we are very excited. We're also very nervous, but that's something that I'm just embracing. Yeah. All right. So Authentic Film Collective is saying definitely becoming a member. I hope to see that happening in the next couple of minutes. And I think this is it for this one. Thank you guys for joining. Next time I'm going to ask about the course earlier, so you guys have time to chime in and say what you think. And I am very excited for this. I don't know, it's been 6 weeks. It was a long time. I'll see you next week. I'm Chit Verheddings, and I'm out. Oh yay! Wow. These are much smoother than I remembered.